Yo, 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 what's good? You already know we back with another broadcast, man. We got a special guest in the back doing what he does, man. It's the boy 7-0, man. You don't even know what 70 means, man. It's IMAX because we do it big out here. Just like it's big boims, you know how I'm saying? It's the boims broadcast. So you already know we got 70 millimeter back there because we do it big. So real quick, let's get serious. Let me talk to y'all about something, man. I'm here to talk to y'all about another hack on this whole manifestation thing. I'm here to talk to y'all. If y'all can see it in your head, you can see it in your hand. I'm gonna say it again. If you can see it in your head, you can see it in your hand. Bob Proctor, rest in power. If you can see it in your head, you can see it in your hand. Now you already know on the Boems broadcast, I like to use films. I like to use art as a way to show the concept I'm talking about. So in this one, we're gonna use like Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 as an example. And how does Harry Potter relate to what I'm saying about seeing it in your head? You can see it in your hand. Well, spoiler warning. But if you guys seen Harry Potter, you already know it's about Harry trying to defeat Voldemort because Voldemort is after him. Because I don't want to spoil it too much. You just gotta watch the shit. But at the on the last Harry Potter in the Deathly Hallows Part 2, there's parts of Voldemort that live in Harry, and Voldemort kills that part that of himself that lived in Harry, unknowingly thinking that he killed Harry. So what happens after that is Harry goes to like this in-between place, the astral realm, limbo, in between life or death, whatever you want to call it. His consciousness goes somewhere and he sees Dumbledore waiting there. And Dumbledore tells him, you're not dead. The part of Voldemort in you is what really died. Stay with me. I'm going to get to the big point right here. All right, just stay with me, man. Just stay with your boy, man. But then after, he tells me if you want to go back, Harry, you can, to fight Voldemort type shit. And Harry goes, Professor, is this all happening or is it inside my head? And of course, you already know Dumbledore is the archetype or the character who has that inner wisdom that guides the main character. Just like Yoda guided Luke Skywalker. And what Dumbledore responded to him was, well, of course it's happening inside your head, Harry, but that don't mean it's any less real. And this is the exact message of what I'm talking about. If you can see it in your head, you can see it in your hand. A lot of times we think just because it's happening in our imagination, it doesn't exist. And I'm here to challenge all that. I'm here to say I feel it exists, because a lot of y'all think existence means it has to be physically here in front of us. It has to be physically here in the three-dimensional plane. You know what I'm saying? But when you really think about it, everything in front of us that we're even looking at started with imagination. It started from a different dimension that we had to pull in here and make physical. So I feel any experience that is happening inward in here is just as real as an experience happening outward. It's just as real. Why? Because it is a happening. It doesn't have to be physically happening to still be happening. And once I've learned this hack, I feel like that changed the whole manifestation game. That changed the whole game. That changed the fact that I don't need to like rush anything. That I don't need to force anything, because if it's happening inside my imagination, as long as I show up and do my part and do the action I got to do here on Earth to connect the bridge between the physical and the spiritual. Spiritual being my imagination and what I want to manifest physical here on a 3D plane. Once I can bring those together, that's what the manifestation shit is. A lot of us want to think, oh my God, it's only my imagination, this, that, and the third. That's the whole thing, man. We want to cut off everything to imagination, to source, to God, creativity, to creating, all that. It's like we want to cut that off the map. Growing up, y'all ain't never hear "Don't follow your dreams." Y'all ain't never heard that. Don't be an artist. Don't do that. Don't do something that's out the box, that's unsafe. We always want to do that. It's like we want to cut off the thing that makes us feel good inside and what our spirit is telling us to do. So I'm here to tell y'all, man, if y'all can see it in your head, you can see it in your hand. All y'all got to do is tap into the frequency, bruh. All these ideas and things you want to manifest, all these things are frequencies and channels or radio channels you just got to tap in your feelings into. You just got to tap into the frequency. It all exists. It's all yours. So that's the boy broadcast of the day, man. That's all we got to say. Go out there, trust what the inner God is telling you to do, your inner guidance system, and make this shit happen, man. If you can see it in your head, you can see it in your hand. All you got to do is believe. Boy's out.